play jump rope. Peppa and the rabbit friend are playing jump rope. They swing the rope and jump up high. They are both very good.
Whoa!
George wants to play too. He stands nearby and tries to jump in. George jumps in, but it's the wrong timing. He trips on the rope. George tries again. He jumps up. Oh dear, the jump rope is completely tangled around George's feet. He's stuck now. Peppa and the rabbit friend laugh. They help George untangle the rope. Now George points to Mr. Dinosaur. Maybe he wants to jump. Peppa's colorful day. Today is a sunny morning, and Peppa and George are full of energy. They've decided to do something very fun, painting outdoors. Sheets of clean white paper are spread out. Paintbrushes and colors are ready to go. Peppa picks pink, and George chooses green, his favorite dinosaur color. Peppa starts drawing a big pink house with smoke coming from the chimney. George paints a roaring dinosaur. But soon a bit of paint splashes on the ground. A little on their hands, and a little on Peppa's cheek. Before long, their painting isn't just on paper anymore. It's on the table, on their clothes, and even on Daddy Pig. As the sun begins to set, Peppa and George admire their colorful masterpiece. It's not just a painting. It's a memory full of laughter and fun.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Uh-oh. Whoa! Uh-oh. Whoa!
lovely morning, Mummy Pig was tidying up the house. Daddy Pig came over with an idea. How about we go on a relaxing family trip? Peppa and George cheered with excitement.
2 hours later.
The whole family quickly got ready, hopped into the car, and set off. On the way, everyone was laughing and chatting happily. When they arrived, Peppa and George eagerly went rowing, while Mummy and Daddy Pig enjoyed a romantic date together.
Guess the object. Wow! Our hands help us feel the world. Today, Peppa will use her hands to guess what the objects are. A round object with a slightly rough surface. What fruit is that? Peppa has a guess.
And here is a very soft and fluffy little friend. It must be a teddy bear. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. That's right, an orange and a teddy bear. Well done, Peppa.
Try closing your eyes and guessing objects with Peppa.
It's such a fun game. Goodbye, everyone.
Peppa Pig and the Hopscotch Dance. Peppa held the chalk, completing the final strokes for square number 10. She stood at the starting line, taking a deep breath full of confidence. The numbers are ready! Peppa is preparing to perform her most skillful hopscotch jump ever. Hop away, Peppa. 1 foot, 2 feet. So skillful. Look how well she balances herself. It was George's turn. He tried to lift one leg but wobbled a little. George jumped with both feet into square number 1 and giggled. George wants to give it a try too. It's a bit tricky, but George is trying his very best. Let's reach the finish line together. Hopscotch not only keeps us healthy, but is also so much fun to play together.
Peppa and George ran outside to play as the rain started. They jumped into puddles, splashing water everywhere. Mummy Pig brought raincoats and reminded them, be careful, don't slip. Daddy Pig appeared with a big umbrella, sheltering Peppa and George from the rain. Peppa found a giant puddle, carefully jumped in, and laughed with joy. Finally, the whole family stood under the umbrella, watching Peppa and George dance in the rain, laughing together. Peppa Pig and the Giant Cookie. This morning. Peppa's Forest Picnic. Today, Peppa's family goes on a picnic in the forest. George chases a butterfly, making Peppa giggle. Mummy Pig sets up lunch while Daddy Pig finds a shady spot. Peppa shares apples with everyone, and George hugs her happily. The family relaxes together, smiling under the peaceful sky.
Today, Peppa is sitting outside quietly, watching the big blue sky. George walks outside looking sleepy, his eyes barely open. Suddenly, a yellow leaf flies through the air and lands right on George's face.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Whoa! At that moment, an umbrella slowly floats down from the sky with the wind. Peppa curiously runs toward the umbrella, and George quickly follows her. Woo-hoo-hoo!
As soon as Peppa touches the umbrella, a strong gust of wind suddenly blows.
Peppa Pig and the Mysterious Hole in the Garden. One morning, Peppa and George discover a small hole in the garden. The hole doesn't look deep, but it feels full of secrets. A small leaf is dropped inside and disappears. Peppa wonders if there is another world beneath. Wow! Suddenly, a tiny visitor crawls out. Sometimes, the biggest mysteries are actually very small.
Hey!
Hey!
Peppa Pig and the Mysterious Ladder. Peppa and George notice a small ladder leaning against the wall, curious where it leads. They climb up, hearts racing with excitement to discover the secret above. At the top, they find a small chest filled with old toys and storybooks. They open the chest, laughing and marveling at each item with sparkling eyes. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig join them, and the whole family plays together, enjoying a warm, happy time. Peppa Pig and the ripe apple tree. Peppa spots the apple tree, heavy with ripe red apples. She bounces up and down, reaching as high as she can. But the apples sway teasingly above her, just out of reach. George grabs the tree trunk and shakes it with all his strength. A few apples tumble down with a satisfying thud, but instead of landing in their hands, the apples roll, roll, roll far away. Peppa and George scramble after them, completely out of breath. Exhausted, the two sit under the tree, ready to give up. Suddenly, a gust of wind shakes the branches. One shiny apple drops straight down, rolling right to Peppa's feet. George picks it up proudly, holding it like treasure. Peppa giggles. The two share the apple, munching happily under the tree.
Peppa Pig and the clock that rang at the wrong time. Everything is calm and peaceful until the clock suddenly rings, even though it's clearly not the right time. Peppa notices the wall clock. The hands aren't moving, but the bell is very busy. George takes a closer look, and as if answering him, the clock rings again. Peppa gently touches the clock, and it immediately proves that it loves attention. Suddenly, the minute hand spins quickly, as if the clock is trying to catch up with time. In the end, the clock goes quiet again. Peppa and George learn that sometimes time just needs a reminder that everyone is having fun. Peppa Pig and the Little Drum. One day, Peppa notices a small drum on the floor. She gently taps the drum to hear its sound. George listens carefully and finds the sound very fun. Soon, George tries playing the drum too. Peppa and George take turns making a cheerful rhythm. The little drum turns the room into a tiny concert for Peppa and George.
Peppa Pig learns to draw. Today, Peppa is learning to draw. She's so excited to make a beautiful picture. Peppa starts drawing a little house. Oh, how cute it looks! George wants to draw too. And of course, it's a big green dinosaur. Mummy Pig says both drawings are wonderful. Peppa and George giggle with joy.
Whoa!
What a fun drawing day! Peppa feels like a real little artist now. a blue raincoat. It starts raining heavily outside. Peppa stands by the door and watches the rain. Mummy Pig comes out and gives Peppa a raincoat. Peppa walks over and puts on the raincoat.
2 hours later.
Peppa walks outside, wearing the blue raincoat. Peppa holds out her hand to catch the raindrops. Peppa sees a small puddle on the ground. Peppa jumps lightly into the puddle. George runs outside and sees Peppa jumping in the puddle. George looks at Peppa's blue raincoat. Peppa jumps again and water splashes around. The two siblings laugh happily in the light rain.
Peppa and 2 balls. Peppa walks into the yard and sees 2 balls, 1 red and 1 blue on the grass. Peppa looks at the 2 balls and smiles happily. A gentle breeze blows and 1 ball starts rolling away. Peppa watches the rolling ball in surprise. George runs over and sees the other ball. George kicks the ball and it rolls away. Peppa and George run after the 2 balls in the yard. Peppa picks up a ball and tosses it gently into the air. George rolls the other ball toward Peppa. Yahoo! The 2 siblings look at each other and laugh happily.
Peppa and the little bell. Peppa walks into the room. Peppa sees a small bell lying on the table. Peppa moves closer. Peppa looks carefully at the bell. Peppa touches the bell, and it rings softly. Peppa opens her eyes wide and smiles. Peppa picks up the bell. Peppa rings the bell, and it goes ding ding. Peppa looks at the bell and smiles happily. George hears the sound and runs in. George looks at the bell curiously. Peppa gives the bell to George. George holds the bell and gently rings it. The bell makes a cheerful sound. Peppa and George look at each other and smile happily.
Peppa Pig and the Shape-Shifting Box. A large cardboard box appears in the middle of the living room. For Peppa, even an ordinary box can be exciting. The box starts to move as if it's going for a walk. In Peppa's imagination, the box turns into a train. Moments later, it becomes a spaceship flying into space. Sometimes the simplest things can bring the biggest joy.
Peppa and the Snowy Day. One winter morning, Big Sister Peppa was sitting in her room, happily singing to herself. Suddenly, little Peppa ran in and shouted, "Sister, the yard is covered with snow." Hearing that, Big Sister Peppa excitedly grabbed her sister's hand and rushed outside. In front of them was a wide yard, all white with snow, piled up into little hills. They climbed up high, then giggled as they slid down, leaving long tracks on the white snow. Their laughter echoed through the yard, making the cold day feel warm and joyful. As the weather grew colder and their bodies tired, the two sisters happily went back home, still smiling at the fun they had in the snow. Peppa and George stood on the grass, seeing a big banner. Funny dance contest. George did a flip in the air, making Peppa laugh happily. Peppa tried dancing to the music, but slipped on a leaf, both of them laughing uncontrollably. Daddy and Mummy Pig stood beside them, clapping and cheering them on. Finally, Peppa and George received their medals, and the whole family hugged and laughed together.
Peppa Pig and the Backward Clock. One quiet afternoon, Peppa and George noticed something strange about the clock in their living room. Instead of moving forward, the clock hands begin to turn backward. As the clock runs backward, everything seems to slow down. Even the smallest movements become gentle and slow. With a light touch, time pauses for a moment. When everything returns to normal, Peppa realizes that sometimes slowing down can be fun too.
Whoa! Hey! Hey!
Aha!
One morning, Peppa wakes up and looks around her room. Toys are scattered all over the floor. Books lie in a messy pile on the desk. And the blanket and pillows are all over the bed. Peppa puts her hands on her hips, sighs, but decides she will turn her messy room into a tidy, cozy place. Peppa starts picking up each toy, sorting them by shape and color, then placing them into different boxes. One for cars, one for stuffed animals, and one for building blocks. Each time she closes a lid, she stacks the boxes neatly against the wall. Peppa folds her blanket carefully, smoothing out each corner. While folding, a big teddy bear hidden inside the blanket falls to the floor. Peppa giggles, hugs the bear for a moment, then places it neatly at the head of the bed, right next to her favorite pillow. After dusting the desk and arranging the books neatly, Peppa steps back to look at the whole room. Everything is clean and tidy. The floor is clear and shiny. Peppa lies down on the bed, hugs her teddy bear, and enjoys the cozy feeling of her freshly cleaned room. Peppa and the shared umbrella. It's a rainy morning, and Peppa brings her favorite pink umbrella. She sees Wendy Wolf getting wet under a tree. Peppa smiles and shares her umbrella with Wendy. They walk together, splashing puddles and singing happily. Madame Gazelle says, "Sharing is wonderful." Peppa and Wendy smile under the pink umbrella. Peppa and the Flying Teddy Bear. Peppa hugs Teddy in her bedroom. George runs in with a bunch of balloons. Peppa looks at the balloons, then looks at Teddy, then gets an idea. Peppa lifts Teddy up and smiles happily. Peppa ties the balloons to Teddy. Peppa lets go to Teddy, starts to fly. Peppa and George are surprised and run after Teddy. Teddy floats up and gets stuck on a tree branch. Daddy Pig comes in, stands on a chair, and brings Teddy down.
2 hours later.
Peppa and George jump with joy. The whole family laughs happily.
Hey, hey!
Aha!
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah.
Today, the weather is beautiful, and Peppa and George lie on the grass, watching the clouds drift by. Huh? George suddenly points at the sky and cheers excitedly. Huh? In the sky, there is a cloud shaped like George's favorite toy dinosaur. But instead of a dinosaur, Peppa sees a giant cake in the clouds. George keeps looking at the sky and imagines the cloud turning into Daddy Pig with a big smile. Peppa imagines the cloud turning into Mommy Pig in her orange dress. Ha! Aha!
2 hours later.
Yippee!
Peppa and the shared raincoat. It's a rainy day. Peppa wears her raincoat, but George forgot his. George looks cold and sad. Peppa worries for her little brother. Peppa smiles and pulls George under her coat. They giggle together.
Ha!
Mummy Pig brings another coat. You're so sweet when you share. After the rain, the family watches a rainbow. Peppa says, sharing makes everything warmer, even rainy days.
Peppa Pig and the rolling chair. Everything is perfectly normal until a chair decides to move all by itself. Oh! Peppa puts the chair back where it belongs, but the chair clearly has other plans. George decides to sit on it, and the chair agrees, but only for a moment. Soon, the chair is no longer a chair. It becomes a very cooperative toy. And of course, everything in Peppa's yard eventually finds its way into a puddle. Peppa and George learn that sometimes the things that won't stay still bring the longest lasting fun.